So it's been fantastic to have the community come out in such high numbers at Stipiturus Conservation Park, a park that's normally closed to the public, where they can actually appreciate and get to learn about this nationally threatened ecological community.
Stipiturus is the largest and most significant of all the Fleurieu swamps, and it was purchased back in 2003 through a lot of effort from the Fleurieu Swamp Recovery team. So Stipiturus, it's about 75 hectares in size. About 2/3 of that is a large peat swamp sitting in Permian sand, which basically means it's sitting low in the catchment, it's in really close contact or actual contact with the underground aquifer.
So the park's had a diverse history. The original owners were trying to convert it to agricultural land. So large drains were cut through it and it was cleared. And what we now have to do is restore those drains so that we can restore the natural hydrology. And we've also got a lot of plants that need ongoing management because they're fire-dependent ecosystem, so there needs to be prescribed burning.
So this area was once used for farmland. They tried to dry it out, use it for grazing land, and in that process they dug a big drain through a series of drains to try and dry the land. But this swamp ecosystem really relies on water, so what we're trying to do is slow the water through the system and return it back to the swamp.
Part of the role of the Hills and Fleurieu Landscape Board and all the landscape boards across the state is to marry this beautiful native and natural vegetation to a primary production, sustainable landscape. But we have to walk that very fine line and balance that to be able to preserve our unique nature and biodiversity across the region.
So this is a critically endangered plant community, so the plants in here are found somewhere nowhere else in the world, so it's critical that we keep this area and improve it.
More than 400 species of plant are known to the swamp. Half of those plant species themselves are actually endangered or threatened. These species include things like some species which occur nowhere else, like the Mount Compass oak bush. The Prassophylla murphettii, the swamp leek orchid, is also endemic to the Fleurieu swamps.
And then also we're looking at revegetating the surrounds of the swamp and adding threatened species into the mix that have got small populations, so we're expanding on those population sizes to make sure that they're more robust in the face of climate change. Not only for the swamp, to preserve the swamp and give it that nice buffer, but we're providing habitat for the Mount Lofty Ranges southern emurin. It's a closed shrubland specialist. It needs low dense habitat, and so this revegetation has been targeted at that species. We're trying to actually create the structure that's suitable for that species. After the hydrological restoration was done, we've come through and over the last 3 years, we've put in about 30,000 seedlings into that swamp. And we're getting to a density now that's also suitable for southern brown bandicoots, particularly once you've got that low, dense layer with the bracken fern in it. It's incredibly important that the community are interested in sites like this because they can be advocates and get other people interested. It's always good to have more people than just government or just one passionate person being the voice of a site. Here, if we've got more people involved, then they can go out, tell their friends, tell others that why it's so important, and hopefully we'll see it conserved into the future. So the Friends of Stipiturus and Hesperilla Conservation Parks are a new group, and they're out here today helping us show people what the park is like and what it's about and the values that it has. We're really excited to help them get more people into the park, and hopefully that'll help build their group. So if people are interested in getting involved, then get in touch with us and we can put you in touch with the Friends group.